What's really great about a podcast is that through audio, there's a sense of personality. Kara Swisher and Scott Galloway, for example, I mentioned many times on the Pivot podcast that they'll go to an event and people will come up to them and treat them like an old friend because they're in their ears or their phones all the time. And I think that is one of the most powerful things about a podcast is that you're out there and people can hear your voice, and the voice is a very powerful thing. If you've got a voice that people can rally around, it goes back to the old radio days, then people will instantly gravitate to you, and there's a sense of affinity which will separate you from other companies out there. Thoughts on that?
I've got some thoughts and I've got a personal experience. I was on a plane one time and I'm getting off the plane and somebody came up to me and they're like, "Are you Tom Schwab?" My first thought was, "Are you a process server?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's, "I recognized your voice." And he started to introduce himself and we knew each other. And he had just heard me through podcasts and had followed me. And I'm like, wow, I might have looked a lot different on vacation than I would have if I showed up. That signature, people know your voice and that intimacy.
Mm.
The other one is there was a book a number of years ago called The New Leadership Literacies. And I think it was out of Svensson, guy out of Stanford. And he said in there that the future is vivid audio. And I remember listening to that and I rewound it a couple times. I'm like, no, it's vivid video. And his point is that often video becomes discriminatory or dated. So I watch a video of somebody and they're too young, they're too old, they don't look like me. We start judging them as opposed to the content. Or I look at the video and I'm like, look at the size of the lapels on that jacket.